finally got them. The Snap-on LN47ACF. They're new.
Okay, things Doc made me buy, episode 503. Right here. Snap-on LN47ACF. There is another little number right next to the LN47ACF. I think it's a 3, or it's just a mark. I'm not sure what that is exactly. Maybe need some more light. So, here they are. They are a triple slip joint needle nose that are a super beefy needle nose. Let's measure them here. These are super long. These are about 9.5 inches. So long needle nose. Not as long as, say, the 280s from Knipex, but that'll give you a good comparison, I think, right there. So they kind of have some of the same features as these right here. They have their kind of like nut or bolt grabbing down here, and some of their different kind of weird gripping sizes right there. These have a massive bolt and nut grabbing right down here. These have a little wire stripper or wire cutter right here. They have a super nice grip right there. Hopefully you can see that well. It's super nice. At the tips too, it's slightly different. It's just slightly less aggressive than all the way up here. It can spin nuts super well. I think Doc was saying it can even spin round pipe, which I'm gonna test out here in a second. But comparing these to like some standard needle nose, these are the WIA 8-inch needle nose. These are the Knipex 8-inch needle nose. It dwarfs them. These are the twin grips, dwarfs them too. Kind of has a good bolt grabbing portion like the twin grips. Obviously twin grips are a push button slip joint too. But the twin grips do have that screw extraction feature, which these do not have. These come down to a point or a tip, kind of like a squared off tip, like these guys right here, like the 3111 160s, kind of come down to that same, obviously one's a lot bigger, but they kind of come down to that same kind of squared off straight end. So this is the first Snap-on tool I've ever bought, and I'm not unimpressed so far, which is good. Shipping was stupid expensive. Tool was $63, $67, something like that. Shipping was like $25 to my house, but wire cutter does work. It's not the best thing in the world, but it does work for solid. For stranded, it doesn't work that great. I'll show you here. It does snip solid pretty good. Pretty decent. Stranded, you can strip it or cut it, but you a lot of the time have to do it twice. See, it just leaves a little bit of a dangler there, and most of the time I've been able to kind of do it. Maybe not this time. There it goes. Do it again, and you'll cut it eventually. If you get into something this size, you're not going to cut it. I did try. Oh, it's not even in the camera. Get something this size, you're not going to cut it. I can try for the video here. I lied. You can cut it. Kind of difficult. No, it wouldn't be the best thing to cut it with. So these are kind of weird. I know Doc kind of couldn't really place these in a category either. They're not really a needle nose, and they're not really just a plain slip joint. I mean, I guess they kind of are just a plain slip joint with a long nose. I guess that's kind of how you'd have to label them, I guess. It does have all the Snap-on branding on them. I think that's part number. It's 8051749. USA here. Here's a little bit look at the sides of them here. they do work really well. I've used them. I've only had them for a couple days, so I don't know how. I haven't had them as long as I've had these or anything like that to really compare them to, kind of rightfully, I guess. They are bulky, that's for damn sure. So let me get my thing here. They're a lot bulkier than just a normal needle nose, obviously, because I guess they don't really claim to be a needle nose. So right at the tips of them, I'll do like the biggest part of the tip. They are about 6.6 mil, and if you compare that to like the tip on a regular needle nose, you're going to be way down there. Yeah, like 2.7. And if we compare the... I guess we don't really need to do that. So let's see how they grab something. So first things first, I don't think they can grab this. They can. No, that's not the cutters. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, theoretically they could grab this if you have it right. Let me grab a pair of Cobras, and I'm going to try and spin this off of this guy just to give you guys an idea of how well these can hold things. And as you can see, that's just barely in there. So I'm not expecting the world, but it's giving me the world. That holds it really well. We're going to swap around. We're going to swippy swap them. Sorry guys, I kind of just woke up but needed to get this video done. I got errands to run today. So there's that. I'm just going to see how it does with round objects. Alright. Alright. And I'm going to give it some force. I'm not going to kill it too much, but I'm going to give it some force. I know there's no way for you to tell how much force I'm giving it, but you're just going to have to believe in me. So, yeah, that'll hold really well. That's kind of stupid good for a slip joint, or a needle nose, I should say. So how would we use these? Kind of, I guess they fall into the category of the really multi-use kind of type of plier. Because, I mean, you can spin bolts with them. That's actually what I've done the most with these. I've just had them in my pocket. I needed to spin something. I spun it. They have tremendous grip. You can pull the devil out of hell with these things. And I really have not had any issues with that. Did want to show... Let me throw some of this stuff out of the way. The tips do come down to a really nice point, so you don't have to worry about that. We're going to grab some paper here. And as you can see, it does pull the paper right off. You can grab individual strands of copper wire. You're probably not going to be able to see this because it's an individual strand of copper wire, but it will grab it. Oop, if I can even do it. It will grab it. That's one strand. And I just pulled it through. I really do like them as of right now. The grips were super sticky right out of the bag. I'm not sure if that's a normal thing with Snap-on. Like I said, never bought a Snap-on tool before. The spot where they're touching pretty much is just at the tips here. And then the rest of it, they're not touching. One thing I did kind of notice that was kind of weird was they're not totally matched on these. I'm not sure if that's purposeful. I would think so. And the tips are ever so slightly mismatched. I think that just has to do with the slip joint, because when you put it in the middle setting, you can see that they're not. Again, things I'm pointing out, nothing I'm saying that's bad about it. I think it's super super nice. I don't really have any bearing on whether to say it's worth the money. I mean, they do have, obviously, Snap-on will kind of fix it for life or give you a new one if you ever break it for life to the original seller. So you could argue that that already makes it itself worth it. I think they're going to be great. I'm going to keep carrying these with me and see what I use them for. And basically just go from there. I sometimes I don't like these videos because I don't really have much real world experience with them. I haven't really tested them out all that much. I'm spinning this, by the way, right now somehow. Let's try this one. I think I'm spinning this too. I'm spinning this. So when I say they have grip, they have pretty good grip, I'd say. If I can actually stay on it. Yeah, I'm pulling this out. Obviously, it's not the tightest thing in the world, so that's not a perfect representation. Let's try this guy. I can spin that. So I'm spinning this right here. That drywall screw with these jaws right now. Okay, so they have really good grip. I'm not sure on the wear of Snap-on. I'm sure it's like Knipex. I'm sure it's really good. And like I said, I may end up doing an update video on this. This is kind of more like a first impressions video, I guess, and the testing video. Because, like I said, I've only had them for a couple days. I've worked with them a couple of days. That's it. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, any ideas on further things you'd like to see on the channel, let me know down below. I really do appreciate you watching. And if you want to support the channel, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And God bless you. Bye-bye.